On February 11th, 1963, Julia Child's The French Chef becomes a regular PBS series. Julia McWilliams is born in Pasadena, California in 1912. During World War II, she wants to enlist in the Women's Army Corps, but at 6'2", she is too tall. Instead, she joins the Office of Strategic Services, the forerunner of the CIA. While stationed in Sri Lanka, she meets Paul Cushing Child, also with the OSS. It is he who introduces Julia to fine cuisine. They marry after the war, and Paul's job in the Foreign Service has him assigned to Paris. Julia attends the famous Le Cordon Bleu cooking school and studies privately under Parisian master chefs. She also meets Simone Beck and Lisouette Berthold, and together they write a French cookbook for Americans, which becomes a bestseller. Julia and Paul move to Cambridge, Massachusetts. She appears on a book review show on Boston's PBS affiliate in 1961, leading first to pilot episodes and then to her groundbreaking series, which goes nationwide. The show introduces America to both French cuisine and TV cooking shows. Now, there is so much more, of course, to Julia Child's story. It is truly fascinating, both from her youth to her family to so many other things. And her love story with Paul is, to say the least, interesting. She also had a very close friendship with iconic chef James Beard, known for the James Beard Award that I guess every chef just wants more than anything, right? There are also two great television shows that I'd like to recommend to you. The first is a documentary from 2021. You can find it on Max right now. It's called Julia, and it does a great job in 90 minutes of telling the story of this fascinating figure, and I really recommend that. Additionally, there's another series on Max that's also called Julia, just to make it confusing when you're searching. But this other one is a TV drama series that aired from 2022 to 2024. It's 2 seasons. It's really excellent. I totally recommend it. Not just the Julia Child aspect, but the cultural aspects, the 1960s, all of that. They do a great job with it. The costumes and everything, the sets. It's a great show. And it stars Sarah Lancashire as Julia Child and David Hyde Pierce as her husband Paul. Bebe Neuwirth also plays a friend of Julia's in the series. It's really great. And one of the other stars of the show years ago was in my 8th grade American history class. And I actually chose her as my student of the year. And I'm sure as she looks at her career, she would say, starring in a hit TV show is great, but getting Mr. Lewis's student of the year, that's the number one accomplishment of her life, I'm sure. Never mind that she went to Juilliard and all that. I mean, come on. Of course that's it. But anyway, a great show. And it was fun for me when I'm watching it and I realized that she was in it, because I didn't know it going into it. But anyway, I recommend both of those, and check out Julia Child's stuff. It's really interesting, and she really did change cooking and attitudes towards food and elevated, I think, all of our ideas about food here in America, and certainly the Food Network, I guess you could say, wouldn't exist without Julia Child. So definitely check those out. And remember, right over here, you can watch another one of my videos, in fact, yesterday's Today in History. And then, of course, right here, you could click and watch another Find Mr. Lewis video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.